الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر.
Turns out that Harry Potter got off easy during his detention with Dolores Umbridge. This illusion is painful to even look at, and here's how it was created. Everything is simple. The girl drew a circle on her hand with a marker and put an object in its center. In the first case, it was a piece of paper, and in this one, a slice of pizza. Well, and of course, she added some cool makeup on top of it all as well. Why is this in our compilation? What do beauty tutorials have to do with optical illusions? Well, just watch it again. Have you noticed anything strange about the lipstick tube? Nah, you won't fool us so easily this time. But the illusion is still great. Alright, prosthetic makeup and godly editing skills are cool, of course, but is there anything less complicated we could try? You know, to surprise our followers with. Of course.
Okay, let's go.
This guy shows elementary but very effective optical illusions that would confuse anyone. You just need a little practice, and you could create videos like this yourself. This cookie trick is our favourite.
Magic.
How on earth do they do it?
How?
Here's how. They simply draw geometrical optical illusions on their bodies, like artists on canvases. A stitched wound, however, is a little harder to create. You'd need some additional materials, but what a result though. Guessing at first glance how this illusion works is even harder than assembling a real Rubik's Cube. Seems that this guy has a tunnel to another dimension at home, and all he had to do was weave a carpet with his own hands. Look carefully at this photo. What's real here? The creepy hands coming out of the face or the dude's head? Well, it's actually both. The secret lies in the advanced Photoshop skills of the author. At first, he took a photo of himself and then of his fingers peeking out of a pink t-shirt. After laying one image over another over and over again, voila, he created a real poster fit for a great horror movie. We've just found out the secret of half of the healthy living bloggers on Instagram. How do we know that their fitness is actually real if there are such artists in the world? This is a French creator posting under the pseudonym Scaff, and he can turn an ordinary wall into absolutely anything. He can even draw another wall on a wall, because, well, why not? What's interesting though is that Scaff never studied painting. His career began almost 20 years ago when he started drawing graffiti in abandoned factories. Now, his art is way too beautiful to be simply called graffiti. Who said you needed all sorts of expensive gadgets to create augmented reality? This guy's doing just fine with a TV and without any fancy glasses. We could watch 3D artists work forever. This is Alex Maxiov, a Ukrainian artist whose murals can be found on the streets of major cities across Europe. By the way, did you know that such three-dimensional paintings on asphalt even have their own name? Madonnari. This word came from the Italian language. After all, Italy was the country where this type of street art first appeared back in the 16th century. At that time, artists mostly created paintings with religious themes, depicting Madonna with a child in her arms, hence the term. Apparently, this girl really likes to eat with her hands. Okay, she's actually a real pro at using prosthetic makeup, and can turn the human body into practically anything. Here is a tutorial on how to create a very cool optical illusion at home. You might not succeed on the first attempt, but it's well worth a try. It seems that this guy really doesn't know how to Wait, what? Ah, he was just fooling around. Turns out that he can open real new worlds in the walls, or the doors leading into them. What kind of material do you think is used to create geometrical optical illusions like this one? If you look closely, you'll see that the walls are covered with ordinary tape. That's what this type of modern art is called, tape art. Works in this style are usually created indoors because such materials wouldn't last that long outside. So what is the secret here? It's probably some kind of editing trick, isn't it? No, it's all real. This mysterious technique is called moire, or barrier grid animation. The effect of movement occurs when a striped transparent overlay is moved across an interlaced image. The only disadvantage of this illusion is that it can't be seen from just any angle. Sometimes as soon as the observer changes the position of their head, the magic immediately vanishes. Here's a surreal landscape you can get if you put a tiny sculpture inside a honeycomb. These original illusions are created by Erin Sullivan, a photographer from Los Angeles. For those feeling exhausted or anxious, there is a perfect way to relieve stress. You just need to look at kinetic illusions. The author of these mesmerizing installations is an artist from London called Ivan Black. His works are often inspired by physics and engineering he studied specifically for this. For example, some of his works refer to the Fibonacci spiral, the one the golden ratio is based on. No one you know has such a lamp for sure. Not only do these things look very stylish, but they're also extremely cleverly designed. They're actually absolutely flat. God, what a mess. Seems someone hasn't cleaned up for ages, or had quite a party yesterday. Of course, we wouldn't be showing you this video without a good reason. This is actually a complex optical illusion made from ordinary objects. Such installations are created by the famous French artist Bernard Pras, who mostly reproduces famous portraits and other types of paintings. What's also interesting is that he often uses plastic waste, so he gets a special thank you from our planet. A whole tray of wet sponges. Ha! Did you fall for it? These are cakes for April Fool's Day. Whoever guesses that it's a prank first will get some more. Wait, why is he cutting the tangerine? Oh, that's why. She probably couldn't decide between becoming an artist and a beauty guru as a kid, and then decided, well, why not be both? It truly is a painting, except eyeshadow is used instead of oil paints, and everything is drawn on skin instead of canvas. Guys, seems that we've been rickrolled. Well, never mind. Here's another optical illusion with a cat as consolation. Another funny way of creating an optical illusion is to use charcoal powder. However, scrubbing the picture from the floor later probably won't be funny at all. It seems like the laws of physics have been broken, so we need some new ones. The one who broke them was the Chinese artist Li Hongbo. She makes her sculptures out of hundreds of extremely thin layers of paper, which bend and give hard objects surprising properties. Hey friend, if you enjoyed this video,
Allah